Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of the great show, the Banter Blitz with Jan Gustafsson, where we play Blitz chess. And I will simultaneously not play, but ramble about stuff that's on my mind. I believe this is the format of the show. I didn't dress up today. I thought I had a white shirt lying around somewhere in the office, but I was missing a button. So I had the choice, keep this t-shirt, which I wore on the way here, or wear a white shirt without a button. And I thought, I'm not going to be able to do it. Therefore, t-shirt, long sleeve, it is. I'm still sick, which is extremely annoying. Yeah, end of story. Nothing special, just the usual thing. Cold. See, I don't speak medical English. Cold, I believe that is the expert term. And it does annoy me. I hope it will go away soon. Well, that's why, I haven't been doing much commentary, a lot of videos. Speaking very, very hard. See, poor me. Poor Jan, nose running. Life very tough. And what else can I tell you? Speaking of sick, I've been doing my... Every 10 years I feel like I should visit all the doctors that I know of. So I've been going to the dentist. That was scary. They got rid of... What's the word? In German we call it teeth stones. But I guess in English it's plaque. They got rid of all the plaque. I love plaque. Who would have thought? So that was fun. Today I had an operation. It was very scary. They just removed some stuff from my leg. That sounds scarier than it is. See, I don't speak medical English. What is the word? If you're fast forwarding this or jumping to the first game, I don't blame you. Cyst, is that the word? That's some small annoying spot on my leg, which they cut out. You get this local, what's it called? Local anesthesia. That's very weird, because you're lying there, you don't see anything, because you don't want to watch, frankly. You just feel like someone's doing something to you. And they played Jake Johnson, I think it was Jake Johnson. Like probably that's what these hipster doctors thought is the most relaxing music in the world. Let's put on some Jake Johnson, which made me think, okay, this must be very serious if they need Jake Johnson. Is he called Jake Johnson? To keep me quiet. So that was scary. But I survived heroically. And you can challenge me to a game of 5-minute chess if you happen to be a Chess24 premium member. If you happen to not be one, you can become one. Or not, you can just watch the lovely show, because everyone's welcome to watch. Is that a good motto? Everyone's welcome to watch? Sounds somewhat creepy, does it not? What's this board? Oh yeah, it's my test game against Claudia, which I tried to abort. But can I accept a new challenge now? It does seem like I can. So let's get started. You guys been following Vike? I followed from my sick bet, which is the same as my healthy bet. And yeah, interesting game yesterday by Magnus, wasn't it? Very odd stuff. This opening, he played a couple times before already against, so I'm sure I'm not a big fan, but Magnus seems to think this is a good battleground against Wesley. So, and yeah, very strange game. But fun tournament situation now, isn't it? Like, Geary, Carlsen, Mamedyarov all tied for first. See, I'm tuned into the chess happenings of the day. And the Nimzo Indian, which I will practice against the Unterminierer. That's an interesting combination, because unterminieren is a German word, and it means undermine. But the, as far as I know, is an English word. So it would have, in my opinion, been more consistent to call it the Underminer or der Unterminierer. Die Bart, D. And I'll play b6. Castles is my main move here, which I'm sure you can learn a lot about in my fantastic video series covering the Nimzo Indian. What's up, chat? I can see you now, chat guys. Chessman1963 saying, really appreciate the free chess lessons you give on this show. Thank you so much. And apologies, they're becoming more and more repetitive. Spoiler alert, I'm not becoming all that much smarter. all these years of doing Banter Blitz. The demise is slow, but I'm not learning a lot of new things. Bishop a6, once again, a line from my childhood. I used to have this chess book. I don't even know who wrote it, but it was covering the Nimzo, and it recommended e3, b6, knight g2, bishop a6, a3, bishop e7. Gave some stuff like knight f4, d5, cd, bishop f1. I'm not sure if this is still playable in this day and age. I've moved on from playing b6 to short castles, which seems more reliable. I do know that in this position, d takes e6 is a very interesting piece sacrifice. I'm not sure what the current verdict is, but I do know it was interesting. Here, ed, then they go queen f3 and g4. Can I take like this? f3 pre-move? That looks like a risky pre-move. I'm guessing he was expecting ed. But that's a valuable lesson for all of us. Don't pre-move in 5-minute games, especially if your opponent has 2 reasonable choices. Because now, yeah, he just has weak pawns. I think I'll fix them, even though this looks a bit artificial, but I don't want him to go d5. So I'll go c6 and then try to maneuver my knight somewhere. Probably here and here. Easy Rider saying, I've been in Vike 5 days last week. Did you enjoy it? Did you soak up the chess atmosphere, Easy Rider? Did you eat at Klein Switzerland? It's cold there, isn't it? I heard the players are not staying in Seedown, where they used to stay in my days. But they have a new hotel? That's all I heard. I haven't heard much. Rookie 1. Let's go here. And Easy Rider saying, yes, I played the 3 days weekday tournament. Ah. How did it go, Easy Rider? Tell us all about it. Well, I will systematically move around until I somehow win this pawn. I'm not sure how to do it yet, but eventually this pawn shall be mine. I must attack it with the bishop from g7 maybe. For now, I'll keep the knight here. But one day, this pawn shall fall. He has a point, though, that my c6 pawn is a bit of a weakling as well. Therefore, white trying to build up. Put some pressure on c6. Yeah. I'm not very impressed with my own play. The Unterminierer, resisting. Stop resisting. Bent to my will. Ooh, that sounds weird with a German accent, doesn't it? Bent. I must make Luft. But yeah, I played a bit carelessly, this b5, and giving up my dark squared bishop. I still have a good minor piece against a mediocre minor piece, but it's going to be hard to attack this pawn, which means it might not be an easy task to come up with a plan here. Also, did I... really drifting. Did I just blunder this pawn? That was not ideal either. I literally did not spot that he could take. So I'll pretend it's all part of my long-term master plan, that I provoked this in order to change the structure, then take b2 or a3. He's offering me a draw, which I will not accept. Not gonna be able to do it. However, I have to admit that white is doing fine now. Without me, baby. Is he though? Rook d5 I thought was a good move, because if I go a6, which looked more natural, then he has a4. It looks like white can keep his extra pawn. But after rook d5, the best he can probably do is check king h7, rook c7. Then the game becomes a lot Sean spicier. Ugh, a4 might be good though. Takes dc, ba, c6. Ah. Big champion of chess, the Unterminierer. Very confusing stuff. a4 was probably strong, at least. I trust him that I can't take on c5 and then on a4 because the c pawn is too strong, so I went a6. which is not ideal. He plays b3. And I have to suffer again. That was a check. Rook c3. I don't see any of his moves either. It's very frustrating. Horsey, come back. I'm always offended when people write or tell me, all you're trying to do is flag people. But they're not necessarily wrong. I wish I played better, so I didn't have to do all this flagging business. But it's hard. People are playing so well. Come on, go d5. d5 I could take and then I'd c3 check and win. But he does not do me that favor. Very sad. Rook e5. I'm getting crushed. Also, why are you so strong? The Unterminierer. Tell the truth. Oh, of course. All right. I've seen enough. Bad choice for the first game, huh? I will flag you though, just so you know. He is playing perfectly. But Dr. Flagenstein is back in the building. He offers me a draw again. No, sir. Your efforts shall not be rewarded with a draw. That is not how we do business in these parts. No speeding up? Oh, are you speeding up? This could be a good time to speed up. Oh, speeding up. That'll be pretty hard to win this. I think I can't win anymore, can I? No. Good game, die Unterminierer. Yeah. Nothing much to say. Confusing start. Very confused. Where was it? I was doing fine. He pre-moved this, got a bad position, and then just outplayed me. What are you gonna do? Good game. Very confusing. 1899? Do you just start playing here? What is this story? Or? I'm genuinely confused. Like, I don't even know if I should imply what I normally imply at these moments. Because I don't know. It's so confusing. Why? You must confuse me that early in the show. I'm also very sick. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Because normally I don't like to whine a lot when I'm sick. It's not my personality to complain about my many achings. So, in case you didn't know, I'm very, very sick. I have a cold. And therefore, I will use that illness as an apology for everything. Is there anybody I haven't played yet? What about? Oh, I clicked somebody. I clicked on Kutumi. Let's see what Kutumi can do for me. He plays the, what's it called? Bishop's opening? Oh, this is some sort of gambit, right? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Knight c6 transposes back into theory. I believe that I recommended this move somewhere. Trying to recall what my point was, but maybe I had no point. Can I take the pawn? I'm always very tempted to take those pawns. Rook e1, d5, bishop d5, queen d5, knight c3. Could work. I guess I'll play it down. Because what doesn't kill us only makes us stranger. Can I take? I really want to take. Can't help myself. Give me that pawn. And Danny TNSG is mentioning the expert term for my crushing sickness, which is the so-called men's flu. It is probably the most painful sickness anybody ever had to face in the history. Is that fair? Nah, that's probably disrespectful to people who had more than a running nose. But I can't imagine anything worse. That's also not true. I take it back. I don't think this storyline is going well for me. Can I take this guy? And in case you're wondering, yes, you can get infected from watching this program. You probably won't get addicted, but you can be, what's the word? Affected, infected, injected? My English skills and my chess skills are the first things that go when I have a crushing illness like this. Infected? Did I say infected? I think I did. Here we're playing against Kutumi. I sort of recklessly took this pawn after rook e1, d5. I thought knight b3 was probably unpleasant, but I couldn't really think through bishop f2, and that looks fine for me actually. Knight b3, bishop f2 should be fine. So I'm not sure if he had some tactic here. It feels like maybe bishop d5, queen d5, and then knight c3. That looks good. Queen d4, rook e4 check. There were some options. While now after bishop e4, d4, Kutumi probably correctly decides taking on e4 is too risky, even though I didn't see a way to win, exploiting the pin. And goes knight b3. But now he's just pawn down, no? For not very much. People are trying to help me out with words I was looking for. Contaminated? Nah, that sounds a bit much. But what I was trying to say is, whatever I have, it is contagious, and it can be acquired by watching this show either in real time or on YouTube many years from now. Because since I had it when I was recording, it will still be contagious when you are watching it. That's how this stuff works. A3, you should take the pawn. Take the pawn. Leave the cannoli. What else can we talk about? I feel like there must be stuff I have to inform you guys about since last time we spoke. What has my media consumption been like? Did I tell you I'm addicted to a movie called The Room? I probably talked about it. I'm very addicted to The Room. Written by Tommy Wiseau, starring Tommy Wiseau, produced by Tommy Wiseau. And it has gained a very loyal following. Many people consider it the worst movie ever made, even though that doesn't really do it justice. It's certainly its own thing and very, very entertaining. And James Franco did a sort of, not a documentary, but he did a fiction movie. He did a movie about the making of The Room called The Disaster Artist, which I've also seen by now. Since I'm a major The Room nerd, I didn't like The Disaster Artist as much as I thought it would, because I already knew all the information and the little parts of The Room they're making fun of. I already knew all the information. Apologies for my English and my chess. But yeah, Disaster Artist, I thought I'd enjoy more. Didn't like it that much. But I always do enjoy watching The Room again and again. And again. And again. Here, I'm playing Kutumi. I don't enjoy this game very much, to be honest with you. I'm a pawn up and I'm better. But I haven't really made any dents. Is that a word? I haven't made any dents into its position. So it doesn't sound like it should be a word. Harvey Dent, that's a word. I haven't really provoked any weaknesses, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know what to do. Wait and see. Alejandro Lopez tells us he's a pro basketball player in Spain, and a friend told me about this page. That's why I started playing here. Glad to hear that people are spreading the word out there, especially the Spanish part of the page. It's a very different vibe. There's less whining about colds and stuff. More entertainment, more cursing. I believe it's more PG-18, the Spanish version of Chess24. And yeah, Pepe and LDB's David Martinez certainly doing a great job there. So if you can't speak Spanish, check out everything they do. I went to a basketball game when I was in Madrid. I believe Madrid was unbeaten at home for like 72 games straight. And when I went there, they lost. Jinxed them. What's going on in this game? I can take another pawn. I guess I should. Pawny! Could take here or go knight f6. They both look fine. I'll go knight f6 because I have dreams of trapping this queen on g6. I thought I might go to g6 and then I wanted to trap it somehow. Rook d5 and bishop f7. But no such luck. Instead, we continue grabbing the pawns. This might be the immortal game of taking 5 pawns in a row without making any active moves and then winning on time. Has all the elements you would want out of an exciting chess game. Pawn grabbing, flagging, nothing else. Thanks for the game, Mr. Kutumi. Who did I mean to click? When I clicked on Kutumi, I sort of misclicked a little bit. Just a little bit. Ugh, very hard to scroll. Scrolling, not my main strength. Let's play pet check. Little heat check against pet check. From Colombia. e4. I want to go c5, but don't have the strength in me to do it. If he goes knight c3. I normally play a6 here in Blitz, but not this time. This time I will bring the horse. e5, knight e4. That's currently a hotly debated variation. Bishop d3 I'm not familiar with. Looks logical. So what could be wrong with it? Knight c5? Knight c5. Feels like a principled way to meet it. The bishop moves again, then I shall kick this knight around. Maybe he can go b4. Strange position. dc, bc. dc, bc. Because knight b1, I'll just keep pushing whatever. Whatever agenda I have. Black is doing fine. I'm not sure about bishop g4. In hindsight, maybe I should have gone knight a6 so I could have met queen e2 with knight c5 or knight b4. But I didn't, so this position it is. Still a bit better for me because e5 is potentially a weakness. I do have the bishops, all that good stuff. But of course, we've only just begun. I was wondering if I should be concerned about knight b5, and I thought, nah, life's too short to worry about knight b5. I'm not that much better though. Very disappointing. g4, bishop g6. I still hope I'm a little better, but I'm not really sure. Maybe white is just fine. Have to figure out how to arrange my pieces from here on. It's important that this knight stays in touch with the e5 pawn so he can't easily reshuffle his knight and start pushing. I guess h5 is a useful little inclusion. If he goes g5, at least my bishop will gain some new squares to potentially go to. Maybe I can go h4, fix this pawn on h3. So, well, if he ignores it, then maybe my rook can get activated on the h file. He goes g5. I think I'll do this just because it looks very grandmasterly. It might be stupid, but it does look grandmasterly to, you know, fix the pawn on h3. Bishop f5 ran into knight d6 check, so I thought I'd go here first. The problem is after knight d6, I really will never be in time to go bishop f5. So how do I do this? Here maybe? I know I just gave a speech that the knight should stay on c6 to keep this knight tied down, but I feel like the situation, tough word apparently, has changed since I gave that speech. Speaking of the situation has changed, let's Google Mike the situation 20, probably 18, we don't have a lot of pictures, but 2017. He has changed, hasn't he? I'm not sure if I have the rights to use Mike the Situation Sorrentino pictures on this lovely program. But in case you're a fan of Jersey Shore, and how could you not be? Check out Mike's physical transformation. Okay, I'm lying. I'm not really a fan of Jersey Shore. I've hardly watched any episodes. I saw this guy, what's his name? The Situation on one of these roast shows that I'm watching. What was it? Maybe the Trump roast? Not sure. Anyway, I thought honestly that Pat Check would not go for this exchange sacrifice, which is terrifying. probably just good for white. Because I'm very scared about getting mated after the natural move king to e6. But I feel like I have no choice. King f4, threatening knight d4 checkmate is very, very scary. So I have to make a square for my king on d5. But it does not look great. This knight on d6 is a power horse. No pun intended. Okay, pun intended. And together, all his pieces are really bothering my poor centralized kingy. While my rooks are being dominated by this knight on d6. It often happens if you have like knight kraken so deep in your own position that the rooks, they can't go to c8 or use a d-file. They don't lose a lot of value because of the horse. And speaking of the horse moves. That's probably good news for me. Rook hc8 doesn't really threaten all that much, if we're being honest, but still feels like a decent move to make. See, I was expecting this check. Ooh, knight d4 checkmate. That I was not expecting. Oh boy. Didn't see it coming. Congratulations, pet check. Very nice attack. But yeah, not congratulations, Jan, for missing knight d4 mate. Wow. That's a little embarrassing. Just a little. But yeah, nice attacking idea, knight b5. Maybe it is checkmate. I didn't see it coming at all. Maybe it's mate already. Hard to stop. Knight c3, knight d4. I rook d8 had to play. Yeah, that makes some sense. Cover the d4 square. Anyway, nicely done, Mr. Pet Check. And yeah, this is not going well so far. But the next game I feel excellent about, because I'm playing against Hannes Hetzner for the first time ever. And I have a feeling I will crush Hannes Hetzner. And then I'll feel good about myself. Except for this crushing illness that I have. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. And I'm not sure if I've implied enough that should I lose any games or miss any mates in one, it's all because of this man flu. He plays the Vienna. I did a video series on the Vienna. Did you watch my video series, Hannes Hetzner? What do you know? Tell us. Okay, I'll play the critical stuff. e4, bishop b4, and I've always considered this pawn sacrifice to be the most challenging. I've done some videos which I think are still more or less holding, but it's the area I've always been most scared of as a Vienna player. There's knight c3, bc, bishop e7, knight e5, castle, and then queen somewhere, queen f3, queen g4, rook e1. There's many moves as a front. c5 looks wrong, to put it mildly, because you're giving me a piece. I can understand you can tell you I'm hurting Hannes Hetzner. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I'm very, very ill. But it's no reason to give me gifts. It's okay, you can play me at full strength. Thanks for the game. Mr. Hannes Hetzner. Let's play football. That's also a line you will hear a lot in the room. Tommy, the all-American boy from New Orleans, or in the movie he's called Johnny. He really likes to play football. In case you haven't seen The Room, seriously, watch it. I'm not sure where to watch it. I guess it's on YouTube. It used to be on YouTube, but the version I was watching, I believe, has recently disappeared. But there should still be some. If you go check The Room full movie, at least something with Spanish subtitles or whatnot should pop up. Anyway, this football is from Armenia, so he probably means the European version of football, not American football. This position I've played before, many a time. I normally put my bishop here, and then I go b5 to parry the threat of bishop takes c6, followed by knight takes e5. In this position I normally castle, so that after c3 I can play the scary, scary martial attack with d5. Looks like football. It's not that scary. He pre-moved ed5, just to show. I know what you're doing, sir, and I'm not afraid. I will take your pawn. I will pre-move your take pawn. I'm not sure if that's football's accent, I doubt it. I'm not sure that's anybody's accent. And now football is going into the tank, but he goes d4 nowadays at the highest level. d3 more popular than d4. But of course, d4, these lines are always a tough memory test, because I can't remember what to do against bishop e3, queen f3, queen d3, rook e4. So many options, so little time. How did this go? I'll play. What shall I play? I have a lot of files on this position. Clearly don't know much about the content of my files. I'll go for this. This is the old school line. Queen h5 or f5 or even rook e7, I believe, are all worthy alternatives. My rule of thumb in the Marshall is never exchange queens, because we're pawn down, we want to checkmate them or generate some initiative. We don't want to exchange queens. Is this? Ugh, he's booked up. Don't you hate it when they're booked up? I think, yeah, 93, queen f2, 95 is some line. Oh boy, I can't remember. I'll go here. Is this the position? Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take here, but I don't want to. Bishop f4. Stop playing so well. Everybody's playing so well today. Everybody needs a glass of water today. I do know I'm a great singer. In case you wondered if I'm aware of that gift, yes. Not so sure about h6, but I feel like I need to get my king out of the way. And on h8, it's so backrank matey over there. Rook e6, very greedy. You're very welcome to take this guy, but I have a feeling he probably won't do it. No, he takes this and goes queen g3. He's outplaying me. Very sad to always get outplayed. I'm not sure if you guys know this feeling, but it's a sad, sad situation to always get outplayed. So let's be positive and think of something constructive to do. Nah, there's nothing. Rook e7 bothers me a little bit, so I'll stop it. Knight b3, still outplaying me. Stop outplaying me. I understand it was all fun and games till here, but now the time has come to draw a line in the center and say, stop it. What have I done to deserve all this crushing? Sorry for the sounds. I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I'm very, very ill. Takes this pawn? Can't I do anything? I feel like at some point I should be able and allowed to start a crushing counterattack. Maybe he's already calculated that just king f2 and there's nothing I can do. I'll try to confuse the situation. Because gf, queen f4, rook g2, king e3, I couldn't see how to proceed. So instead I thought, let's go for confusion. Are you confused? Rook e7? Come on, if you go rook e7, I'll start complaining again. Just so you know. I told you I was gonna start complaining. Everybody's world champion today. So upsetting. Everybody needs a glass of water today. Did I sing that already? think I did. I was planning queen e8, but knight f6 checkmate, or not technically checkmate, but still annoying check made me change my mind. h3? He's wiping the floor with me. Can you say that? I think you can say that, but you shouldn't do it. Why would you wipe the floor with me? That's not very nice. Queen h4, stop being like a big tactical champion. Enough is enough, seriously. I've asked nicely to stop outplaying me. He didn't listen. It's annoying. Alright, what can I do? Not much, huh? Bishop g6, knight e3, queen b3. Looks terrible. There's also queen e7. Nah, can't do that. 97 and d5 is probably good. And 93 also looks legit. Counterplay. Counterplay, baby. And what's gonna happen? It's gonna be perpetual, or will you checkmate me? I would not rule out either of those scenarios. And I won't be happy about either of those outcomes, just so you know. Queen g8. Oh, that's checkmate in 2. Another checkmate in 2. It's not getting better. Nice spot though. I missed that too, obviously. What are you gonna think about knight d5? Big sportsman, huh? Rubbing it in. Good game. Dr. Football. Yeah, things are going well so far. But I see a 2800 rated opponent that can maybe turn my fortunes around. Oh no, I lost my 3000 rating. The source of all of my self-esteem. Oof. That's gonna be tough. So I have to... Do I get it back when I win this game against Ferit Arkipsan? Does it tell me like what I get when I win? What I get when I lose? Probably not. Looks like Ferit is not there. He's thinking this is no longer a good deal. This guy at 2987. And now Ferit is not with us. Sorry, Ferit. Ferit bang? Then we must find another opponent. Is there anybody I've never played before? What about Kuronian? Looks like I never played Kuronian. He goes d4. I shall try to fianchetto the bishop. And... hang on, let me... Can I get... Do I have some pretty graphic here? So you guys don't have to see this. Enjoy. Dr. Kuronian. Are you Armenian? No, he's from Latvia. The Jan normally indicates Armenian, I would have thought. Except for me, I'm not Armenian, and I am Jan, but it's not my last name. This is a quiet line of the Grunfeld where, as far as I know, black is supposed to be fine. The easiest way is to go c5 and after castles. Take on d4, ed, knight c6, go to some reverse Tarrasch. Well, cd knight d5 wide array is to be a little careful. After castles, just knight c6. It's not so easy to finish. Apologies. To finish development without ending up with a pawn weakness like here. The isolated pawn on d4. Not the end of the world, but black's position is a little more pleasant here already. Here we see the trouble with the approach by Coronian. Doesn't have a lot of compensation for the crushing pawn weakness on d4. And following the teachings of the great Dane, I don't mean Peter Heine Nielsen for once, I mean Bent Larsen, who I believe, I'm paraphrasing, said isolated pawns should not be blockaded. They should be taken. I'll take it. Rook d1, e5 looked fine, and bishop d4, queen c7, for example. I do have queen to d7 or rook to d7. Keeping all the pawns. Which one do I want? This rook ending is probably winning. So yeah, this looks fine. Not easy to convert. I wish I had something grandmasterly to say here, like I don't even know what a wise grandmaster would say here. Like, first, safeguard king. Second, occupy all open files. 3, advance pawns in concert. Probably stuff like that, but I don't know how to do that. f6 looks ridiculous already. See, I'll stick with random moves. More random moves. Rook e1, e5. Ambitious pawn is in the chat. He's saying people cheat. I never understand cheating. Yeah, I agree. And that's the one thing where I feel like in the chess world, that's the worst thing you can do. Well, not literally, but there's always so much damage done. Not only to the honest players, but also to the reputation of the game and therefore potential to blah, 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 market it, blah, blah, blah. When people cheat, chess will never be taken seriously. So, yeah, I always thought, can't do it, and you don't really deserve a second chance, especially if you're a strong player and you cheat. I've never been big fan of that practice. Of course you can say people make mistakes and everybody deserves a second chance, especially if they apologize and so on. But yeah, it annoys me so much when grandmasters cheat. I don't understand it. As you can probably tell, I'm not cheating in this game. Why did I exchange queens? Rooks. I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to end in a draw, and I'll be very frustrated. So I should probably fight that feeling and not allow it to happen. By exchanging rooks, of course, is the worst thing you can do in this position, because in a queen endgame, per definition, the drawing chances are higher, because queens are mobile and they can give lots of checks. So I would have liked my winning chances much better in a rook endgame than in this queen endgame. I'm hoping for f4, queen d4 check, but I don't think our boy Coronian is going to blunder that. And indeed, he does not. Yeah, very tough to win stuff like this. Probably, I don't know. Is it objectively a draw? I would guess it's objectively a draw. It's hard to tell, but I would guess so. Also, it's time to speed up a little bit. Maybe I should have gone f4, not g5, because now I can go h4. Trying to embarrass my poor king further. Well played, Kuronian. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this, but I'm very, very sick. And maybe that affects my level of play. But I also have the feeling that everybody's playing very well against me. Then again, maybe you're just giving all the checks. Which is also fine. See, I'm anticipating your next check. Don't pin this pawn, I want to advance it. Oh, I've calculated grandmasterly stuff. I'm sure I've missed something. But I felt very grandmasterly when I calculated it. Okay, queen d1 is a mistake. But what I had grandmasterly calculated, hopefully correctly, was that here this should be winning for me because of the, what's it called? Outside passer? Generally, yeah, because my king is faster, running to this side of the board after taking his pawn. Well, he can't really get to my h-pawn so quickly. So, yeah, good game. Kuronian. What is this? Learn from Alpha Zero and beat the queens. And do we have other banners? Bruce banners, maybe? Oh, fighting the Italian. Interesting, interesting. Fight it. Not the Italian people. The Gioco Piano is what I mean by that. Just to clarify, in these sensitive times, we cannot be clear enough on such issues. Let's play Pippo. And Kat of Anderson is asking, is there a chance that you're sick today, Jan? I'm glad you're asking, because I'm not sure I brought this up. And I'm not the type to use illness as an excuse for lousy play. Like you can tell in all the great champions, and I am obviously including myself in that list, like Magnus Carlsen was very sick during London Chess Classic. Did he make excuses? No. So I don't think I've mentioned that I'm a little under the weather, but it's really not too serious. So, no, thanks for understanding that, Kat of Anderson. But yeah, that's not my style to bring up something like that as an excuse. And there's a question Blues is asking, do you think cheating is present in an open like Gibraltar, Jan? I don't think so, but I never think there's cheating present. I'm quite naive because, yeah, I always think it's so obvious that it's bad for everybody that I never expect anybody to cheat. So, nah. In general, I think it's correct that we assume that no one's cheating because the chess world, especially all these opens, Gibraltar is not just an open, of course, but especially opens in general, they work on trust. Like you can never make sure no one's cheating by technology or airport controls or whatnot. And chess would die out if people just started doing it. There's no point in holding big tournaments anymore. So I like to think no one's cheating. I think the safest place for where we can be fairly sure that no one's cheating is actually super tournaments. And there it's not really an issue either. But yeah, I'm always stunned when I hear about cases at any levels. I should be a little better here, sorry. I haven't talked much about the game against Pippo yet. I'm trying to win his queen. I want to go knight h3 and knight g3 ideally. But it's going to be tough to hunt it down. h3, knight e5, nah. So I have to start with this, sadly. Then the queen has all these squares on the 4th rank. I don't even want to push it around. I was still dreaming of catching it eventually. Some rook e4 and h3 or whatnot. Danny TNSG is asking, Jan, what do you recommend to a beginner like me? I started 9 months ago to play chess, to make progress in chess. My honest advice is, of course, get out while you still can. It's a dead end. But other than that, my second honest opinion is, all my opinions are so frustrating, is it doesn't matter. As long as you like the game and stay with it and feed your brain information, be it watching Banter Blitz, reading books, watching video series, playing tournaments, playing friends, you will get better. It's mainly, about feeding that interest monster. Of course, there are other theories about deliberate practice and the art of taking all the squares from a queen. But I've never believed in read this book, that book, and this book as like a linear way to improve in chess. I don't think that's how it works. I think you feed that brain and then you let, whatever it's called, the limbic system, subconscious, whoever makes the decisions over there, figure it out, put the piece together. Takes a while because chess is very complicated. But as long as you like it, stick with it, you'll get better. Captain Coca-Cola is saying, hey, Mr. Gustafsson. Oh, you have my attention. If you have time after the show, could you have a look at the message I sent you on January 9th? That's a while ago. It is very important. On here on Chess24, I must admit, I'm not great at checking my messages. But I'll try to see if I can find it. It's very important. Nervous now. Pokemoka is asking, how would it be possible to cheat in, for example, Gibraltar? That's asking the wrong question. Let's just assume that no one's cheating and hope it stays that way. Like speculating about how it's done might only encourage people to try. I don't think anybody is cheating in Gibraltar or anywhere for the record. I'm always assuming everybody's playing straight up. Like Kappa 76. Mr. Kappa. I'm starving too. Then again, I don't have a lot of appetite because I'm very, very ill. Which I guess should in theory be good for weight loss, but because of this crushing illness I have, I also haven't been going to the gym, so I feel like I'm getting out of shape more by the day. C d5, Queen d5 or e d5 are reasonable moves. Ariton8 is asking, have you ever cheated with something in life, Jan? I'm sure I have. Like, we all cheat our way through life, right? But in a chess game, I've never had any assistance. But yeah, it depends on what the definition of cheating is. Did I cheat in school? I'm trying to think. Not really, but I was too dumb to do it. Or I'm sure, like when you have a test and you can check your neighbor's notes, might have given it a little peek, but I don't recall any major cheating triumphs. No, I guess I have a not very inspiring cheating history. This is some theoretical line which I even recommended in one of my many video series. It annoys me. I can't blame you, but it still annoys me when people use my own recommendations against me. But yeah, it's the monsters I've created. Or maybe Kappa just thinks is a good line. There was some tightrope that black could walk here on the way to egality, but obviously I can't remember anything. What was it, rook d8? What are you supposed to do here? It's a bit frustrating that I can never remember a single thing. There's some lines with queen c5, knight d5 as well. d1 looks natural. Do I take? I guess I take. Will I be slightly worse because of the bishops? Also, can I take a2? Now we're talking. Pawn grabbing. That looks more like me, doesn't it? Gimme. I hope I'm not blundering my queen. I have a feeling that here maybe they go bishop e2, then queen e4, some stuff like that feels familiar. But I could be very wrong. Let's see how this proceeds. Do I pre-move this? Oh no, I should think about Zwischenschach. Ayrton 8 does point out that dolphins cheat by not being fish. Dolphins cheat at many things. Oh, I was trying to watch a dolphin documentary the other day, but it's too painful. Like, I just can't do it. Watch these sneaky creatures trying to take advantage of other less intelligent creatures. I'm not gonna stand for dolphins. See, I don't even have any hot dolphin takes. I don't really feel like bringing my queen back from a2. I'll just leave it there and hope that does something useful. I'll probably move it next move, so don't hold me to that impossible standard forever. But I did leave it there for like half a move. Pawn up! Taking a2 mission has been great success. Okay, one looks like a good move. Still pawn up. Do I go a6 or b6 or a5 or what do I do? a6 probably, right? Sorry for talking to myself. And again, that is the essence of the Banter Blitz. Is it not? Is it the Banter Blitz? Like the Facebook? Probably not. Probably it's just Banter Blitz. Carl Nearing has some updates on dolphin cheatery. He's saying you can slow down the tape and listen to Dolphin saying cheat, 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 cheat. Carl Nearing does have a point. Horrible creatures, those dolphins. I can't think of a single dolphin punchline. That's annoying me more than all the humiliation I've had to endure on the chessboard today. Can't think of anything funny to say. I've also been sort of outplayed by Kappa ever since I took his pawn. But a pawn is a pawn. Now we are facing a decision. Rook e2 is possible, knight f6 check, or ed, then he's going to play bishop f3. I would take on b2, he would take here, and I wouldn't know what's going on. We'll go for that one. What is this position? I was told once, many years ago, that in the endgame, you must centralize your king. I'm not sure if the thinking has changed on that topic, but I'm still typically operating under the assumption that the king must be brought to the center of the board. When the going gets tough, the king gets going. Knight c6 I'm not sure about. I'm sort of bluffing. He called my bluff. Honestly, I thought I could go rook g4 check and missed. Bishop g2 back. So now I guess this should be a draw. But of course, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. I don't even know how to try. I'll probably lose this effortlessly by pushing all his pawns forward. So far so good. I thought maybe there's still some hope, even though, of course, it should be a draw. But the king is a little far from where the action is. So maybe a little hope there is. Now I can cut it off. And what's this called? Vertically? Vertigo? I don't know what stuff is called. Give me that pawn. And Kappa 76 resigns. Yeah, this looks lost. Now rook h7. I'll do something productive. I don't know what, but I'd do something. Feels lost. Should I elaborate? Must be some way to win this pawn, right? Here maybe? Anyway, you don't want to see more horrible rook endgame analysis by yours truly. Oh, wrong button. Instead, let's play another lovely game of chess. Who we got? Let's play Suresh Ra. And yes, I understand, he's low rated, but that only increases my chances to crush him. So I'm happy about that fact. Kalnering is questioning if fish like me. I think Ariton asked if I like fish, and Kalnering is turning it around, making our heads spin by asking, do fish like Jan? I believe it depends on the fish. Knight b6 is a mistake, bit of a fishy move. Knight takes c3, better, followed by c5. I feel like I've always had a good relationship with octopuses. Is that what they're called? Pulpus? I feel they like me, and I like them. I'm a friend of the many-armed sea inhabitants. But there's some fishes like sea bass that I could do without. So yeah, I don't think we can like assume all fish are the same here for our scenario. I respect fish, but some fish are more equal than others. What are we discussing? Danny TNSG says, thanks, now I'm glad my girlfriend studies Spanish. I guess I missed the context. I'm also not sure if I'm bragging enough about my ability to speak Spanish with a very strong accent. Oh, he didn't allow me to checkmate him with bishop h7. That's a little disappointing, Sureshra. I thought that was going to happen. Because I was threatening bishop h7, knight g5. Like in the old textbooks. But he doesn't want me to do it. Okay, then we must find another way to make your life miserable. I don't know why I'm mispronouncing miserable so miserably. But why not? I was expecting king h8, after which I was going to go queen h3, threatening checkmate here. Rook f7 has other drawbacks, like bishop c4 could still run into knight e5, probably even though white is doing fine. But I can also take here, for example, which looks quite unpleasant. Coco 2003 is asking, do you know Grandmaster Mladen Palac? Sure, I must have played him in the old days. Probably some short boring draws. That's likely for anybody, any Grandmaster from the old days. But yeah, I am familiar with that gentleman. Where to go? That's an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Where to go? Sanjoy Banerjee is asking, any Bundesliga action recently, Jan? Chess? No, I think there's, when is it, next weekend? Or the weekend after this one, I think it's Bundesliga. And if we're talking football, I'm not really following. I'm only following the National Basketball Association. Even though technically in Germany it's not the National Basketball Association. It's more of an international basketball association. The dentist gave me this. So you get free stuff at the dentist. Probably it's gonna show up on my bill as part of the 8,000. Probably won't cost 8,000. No, one expense is a small thing. Does this make the show better if I do this? Probably not. Mr. C is asking, Jan, do you like cricket? We've discussed this topic before, but I believe the short answer is no. Peter Svidler is a big cricket head. He's into all that stuff. New indies, old indies. Maybe that's more about me not knowing geography than not knowing cricket. But no, I know nothing about cricket. Literally nothing. I've heard of Tendulkar, because he's often mentioned together with Vishy, but I believe that's the only cricket player I know. Haha, pinned your queen. Queen f7 checkmate is coming. Sorry for the haha, I understand that's not the way to carry myself on this prestigious program. Thanks for the game, Sureshra. Yeah, in the opening, generally you don't have time for this knight b6 business. Too slow. If you're going to play that line, then take on c3 and play c5. At least fight for the center in some way. Then later, bishop e7 was fine. After queen e2, f5 is a very extreme measure, because after ef6 your king will always be so weak. And yeah, if you play f5, at least take with the knight, defend this pawn with the bishop. Then it's already not a great position. And yeah, here, the going is very tough already. Thanks for the game. Let's play MF Capello. I believe I tried to play MF Capello the other day. But he was not MFing there. Sorry for putting my feet on the table. But I'm very ill, so I feel like today I should be allowed to do it. Very cold here, so I'm wearing boots for like, I don't know, feels like a month non-stop. Which is very tough for me, because I enjoy my sneakers. So wearing those boots all winter, not a fan. We are playing the, what's it called? Another Marshall Gambit. I replayed one Marshall Gambit with black, got crushed. And this time around, let's play one with white. Hopefully not get crushed. I believe Sopico did a video series on this stuff. Knight a6 here as a main move. Some people start playing a5 recently. And that's about all I know. I used to play this with black a little bit. I once beat Luke van Vele here in a very fast theoretical victory after bishop a5 long time ago. And I haven't revisited this for a while. How does this go? Can I give my rook here or not? If I go queen d2, that's my phone. I hope you don't mind. No one ever calls me, so it's very surprising that it goes off during the show. But seriously, apologies. Normally I switch it off. I forgot. Sorry about that. I believe this is a theoretical position which I probably spent some time on. Back then. Can't remember much about it. To be honest, I also don't know why I'm making up weird accents. Constantly. Queen g5 mistake. This sort of ruins our theoretical debate. Because now I have a queen for my troubles. Queen g6 is the square you wanna go. Then is this theory? I think that's, this. I might even have had a game. Stuff like this. Now bishop g4 or bishop e6. I think I had a game against Dushko Pavasovic, one of the leading experts of this line from black. In the old days. Because in the old days I used to play chess. Anyway, sorry MF Capello. Let's play, I don't know, 2 more games maybe? I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this. I'm very, very ill, so I can't go too long today. Coco 2003. Is that your DOB 2003? I'm so old. For many years, I thought everybody born in the 1980s are like little kids. Now you look up and they're like 37 years old. So they don't even qualify. You don't even qualify as a millennial if you're born in the 80s. Is that true? Nah, I guess late 80s, you're still a millennial. Anyway, there's people from 2003 that have 2,554 ratings. He goes knight f3, d5, cd, which in this move order is not supposed to be all that scary for black, because here black can't really be stopped from getting his bishop out, which normally leads to a good position. So I'm a bit surprised by Coco's choice here. But I'm sure many people have said the same thing about Chanel dresses. Still surprised by your choices though, sir. Or man, but I think probably sir. Yep, Konstantin Peira from Austria. I'd love to play in the Austrian League again. If anybody from Austria is watching, I miss it. It was always great fun to play Austrian League. My best times I had with the team of Hohenems. I believe in 2004, this has become like a whole reminisce show. 2004 we won the title and I had a good season. So yeah, those were good times. Is he gonna castle queenside and try to checkmate me? I want to wait before I commit to c5 or b5 or some aggressive gesture. But now with g4 we have it. It tells me opponent disconnected. I don't know, but he's back. So how do I do this? b5, a5, push those guys or push the c pawn? I think I'll push these guys. Then maybe go b4, knight e4 and hope something's gonna happen. Probably nothing's gonna happen. But that won't stop me from hoping for something to happen. They can't stop us from hoping for things to happen, can they? Now, when all these pieces are weird, it feels like it's time to play c5, open the position further. This looks dangerous for you, Coco. By the way, is that movie good? Coco? I heard it's very good. Did not find time to see it yet. And you might say, that's a cartoon for little kids. Jan, you're not behaving like, but you're supposed to be an adult. Don't care. I heard it's good. 92. What can I do? c3, 94, he's still hanging in there. I'll start with this, so he can't take because of check. And picking up the rook. Do I want to take? Not really, because all his pieces are so silly. It feels like I should keep as many pieces as possible on the board. Run! See, it's not easy for white to make sense of his pieces. I guess I should try to open things on the queen side, because his king side is sort of dormant. So I should have a, what do you call this? Numeric advantage over here. Even though precision is still required, because it always is. Knight c4 looks tempting. Knight c4 dc or knight a4, knight c3. Or maybe I want to put a different piece on c3 too. Not sure I've handled this very well. It feels like my lead in development used to be bigger. I must still be better, but it's time to cash in before Coco 2003 is fully mobilized. Looks like we are reaching the cashing in stage. Queen d1 was probably more resilient, even though it didn't look nice either after queen d3 check. And knight b3, come on, Coco. You shall not survive this. It's a queen. Queens are very powerful pieces. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this. I'm a little sick today, so maybe that's why Coco feels it's kosher to continue playing a queen down. But I still like my chances here. Not easy to spoil this. Checkmate! And Coco 2003 does resign. Yeah, not Coco's best game. Thanks for playing though. Last game? Let's play one last game and then go home. Oh, a little pig. I've been watching a lot of what's called Peppa Pig. Because my daughter, she's a bit of a geek. She enjoys reading books and playing with Legos and stuff. But she's not really into TV yet. So I'm trying to change that, of course, and make her watch more TV. So I have to watch all the little kids stuff like Peppa Pig. And I don't even know what stuff is called. It's very dull, but you gotta educate them. at an early age. Because without education, we are uneducated. A food for thought. And yes, it is a food for thought. My daughter is, I should know that, how old is she? 17 months? I believe 17 months now. So it is high time. Sanjoy Banerjee is saying, we used to get German children's programs in UK when I was growing up with bad dubbing. Sorry to hear that. Heidi and Silas spring to mind. Oh yeah, Heidi? I think I read Heidi. Some girl living in the mountains. And there's the grumpy Almöhi and her love interest Peter. Was he the love interest? I don't know that much about it. I do know that I'm a pawn up here against Enku, so I'm not a big fan of this gambit. I did cover it in my series, like bishop d4, knight d4, knight d4, and that stuff, bishop e3 or whatnot. It's not very good. So now I'm just a pawn up, right? What's happening? We're having transmission troubles? We lost Dutch Defender. He's saying transmission very poor. Can't stand it anymore. Thanks, Jan, and bye all. Sorry to hear that. I wasn't aware. Or maybe it just means the show sucks, which that I do understand. And I do apologize. I'm not sure if I've mentioned this. But I thought the stream was okay. Or at least things look okay from where I'm sitting. As for the game, yeah, I'm just a pawn up with a good position. This is an uphill battle for Enku. He's trying to make something happen against f7, but he's not going to be able to do it. King h1. Go away. The stream is fine. I'm excited to hear that. What am I supposed to do? I could play all the funky maneuvers. Like king h8, knight h7, f5. Is that funky? What are we talking about? Player number 5 says, but Jan purposely ignores me. Sorry, what did I ignore, player number 5? Or if I did it purposely, I probably did it on purpose, right? Can't even recall. Player number 5 said, I love girls that read books. Okay. Sorry for ignoring that statement. You guys remember that like 2-3 episodes ago I talked about my plans to become a nicer person? Not gonna be able to do it. I just have too much contempt in my heart. That's the problem. Can't fake it. EF. With a heavy heart, I will give the e5 pawn. But I have an excuse. I didn't see he could take. Okay, I should focus. Because I'd get very upset, very sad, if I would not win this game. Good news is I was a pawn up going in, so I should still be okay. Bad news is I blundered a pawn. Good news is I saw queen b7. Bad news is I didn't calculate very deeply what happened after bishop d3. I did see rook g1, bishop f2. h3. Okay, coming. Putting up a big fight here, Mr. Enku. I'm not sure if you can tell by the tone of my voice. Not happy about it. Rook b8. I'm also not happy about that move. Sanjoy is wondering when Banistan. That sounds weird. Like that would be Greek Grandmaster Christos Banika's version of Yanistan. You can't have your own Yanistan, Banikas. Stay out of it. Anyway, when Yanistan was first discussed, I do not have any clue. I pretty much forget instantly whatever was discussed on this program. This program? Oh, so pretentious. This program. This is my program. I do love programming. I don't just sit here and whine and talk nonsense. Anyway, no clue. Now the going gets tougher for Enku. Because f2 will drop. And the queen is not really contributing much from over here. Probably knight f2 was better, but rook f2 looks good enough. Now let's make one active move. One active move per show should be played. Rook g2 would have been even more active. Probably mate in 3. But you can't expect such tactical wizardry from me. I'm annoyed now that I didn't go rook g2. I believe I'll just sit here and lose on time while being annoyed about it. Still annoyed. Big champion of chess tactics. Ever since I got this, what do you call this? Teeth cleaning thingy? Feels weird. Because now there's so much space between all my individual teeth. Yeah, I feel like something's wrong. They aren't connected by whatever stuff was in between there. Plaque? Is that the word? Anyway, I'm sure you wanted to know more about that. I'm very sorry for everything, really. Can I do something useful to wrap up this show? Have I consumed any good media? I can't remember a thing. We've talked about Brawl in Cell Block 99, which is not technically good, I guess, but I enjoyed it. Nah, I got nothing. Apologies that I haven't been very active doing videos. I was also planning to do German commentary on Vike the last couple of days, but I'm not sure if I talked about this. I'm very sick, so I'm gonna skip it and lie in bed and then hopefully come back with a vengeance. One day. I don't know when that day is gonna be or what the vengeance is gonna be. But thank you guys so much for watching this show. See you next time. Bye.